So I'm here today with the new Sony BDPS360 Blu Ray player. This is the replacement model to last year's very popular BDPS350. And so we're going to open it up, show you everything that comes in the box with it, and talk a little bit about some of the features, as well as actually hook it up to a Bravia to show you everything that this unit's all about. So let's crack it open. So you'll notice when you open it up for the first time, you'll have your Blu Ray remote, and very similar to what we had last year with last year's model. It also is going to come with some of our cable accessories in here as well. So you'll get a composite cable, and you'll also get your AC adapter with your batteries for your remote in here as well. You'll definitely want to make sure that you don't forget to get your HDMI cable, because it doesn't come with one in the box. Your manuals will be in here as well. So you'll get your warranty information, your manuals in English and French, and all your warranty info will be right there. Okay, so now we're going to actually talk a little bit about what's changed with this year's model in comparison to the BDPS 350 from last year. So with the BDPS 360 this year, one of the big things that has been added is the fact that not only are you going to get a great full HD 1080p experience with it, and the video resolution is going to be phenomenal, but it is all about the audio as well. And one of the great things that this unit is going to do is that it not only will decode your Dolby True HD, but it'll actually take advantage of decoding the DTS Mastered HD audio as well. So now you don't have to necessarily rely on your receiver to do that for you. The BDPS 360 will do that for you. Furthermore, this unit is BD Live enabled, so it doesn't need a firmware update to do that. Out of the box, it's ready to take advantage of those great BD Live features that all of the newer Blu-ray titles are starting to come with. Furthermore, it's also going to be able to use the bonus view, so it's going to allow you to do picture-in-picture with certain titles and allow you to watch the director's commentary or behind-the-scenes footage in real time alongside the main movie in HD. Furthermore, with the BDPS 350, we had the quickest startup time at 6 seconds out of any Blu-ray player on the market. This unit will actually also start up in 6 seconds, so you'll be ready to watch your Blu-ray movies in a very short amount of time. And also it uses Sony's Precision Cinema HD upscaling technology. So take all of your existing collection of all your DVDs and upscale them to 1080p. So not only your Blu-ray is going to look good, your DVD is going to look fantastic as well. And one thing that we've also introduced that came from some of our higher-end models from last year, and now we're introducing into this entry-level piece, is Sony's Precision Drive technology. And this detects and corrects wobbling discs from 3 directions, and it supports stabilization of the playback of bent or scratched Blu-ray discs and DVDs. So it's a very sturdy unit in that sense. And one of the things that we've done this year too is not only we've changed the fascia on it a little bit, that it's using this high gloss black finish, but if you mate this up with one of our matching Bravia theater systems, so our HT SF360 and HT SS360 home theater systems, you get a beautiful cosmetic match, and it's a really, really nice option if you want to get that really clean Blu-ray home theater system altogether. Furthermore, this is actually going to be one of the greenest Blu-ray players on the market this year as well, because it's actually a lot more energy efficient than last year's BDPS 350. It consumes 15% less power in playback mode and 20% less power in standby mode, and it even features an auto power off feature. And also we've actually reduced the size of the unit by 12% in comparison to last year, which in turn allows us to use 10% less packaging. So all in all, it's a very green Blu-ray player as well. So let's flip it around and show you some of the inputs in the back. So here's the back of the BDPS 360. It's very similar to last year's BDPS 350. You'll have every single connection that you'll need to be able to plug this into your LCD or plasma TV at home. You'll have your line outs, so you can use your composite video connection, your yellow, red, and white, so for your video and your audio, component video, as well as you'll have your coax and fiber optic output as well for your Dolby Digital. But to really take advantage of what this Blu-ray player can offer, you for sure definitely want to be using the HDMI out. And that's what's going to be able to give you that beautiful full HD 1080p resolution, as well as your Dolby True HD or DTS Master audio as well. So you'll definitely want to make sure that if your TV has the HDMI, take advantage of it and make sure you're using that type of connectivity. Also, you'll have your LAN connection for your Ethernet cable. This is what's going to allow you to take advantage of those BD Live features on your Blu-ray discs, as well as your bonus view and things like that. And if there's any firmware updates that we launch for the BDPS360, you'll be able to download them as long as it's connected directly to the Ethernet connection. But if you are going to be using your BD Live features, you want to make sure that when you buy this unit, I'm going to show you this connection here, you'll have this external plug-in for a USB drive. So if you look in the unit there, it's got the plug-in. So if you want to be using any of those great BD Live features, you want to make sure you purchase a 1 gig or 2 gig USB drive or microvault, and you'll plug it into there, and then you'll be able to take full advantage of all the great BD Live content that's available on all the new Blu-ray discs. So let's grab this unit and plug it into a set and really show you how the menu system looks like. So we actually hooked up our BDPS360 to our Bravia, and I'm actually going to grab the Blu-ray player remote, and for the first time I'm going to actually just hit the play button on the remote control, and using that beautiful Bravia Sync feature, it not only does it turn my Blu-ray player on, it also turns my Bravia on and selects the right HDMI input. So I didn't actually have to use the 2 separate remotes and find the right inputs or anything. By using Bravia Sync, which is automatically turned on both units when I first pulled them out, it takes advantage of that feature and powers the unit up for the first time. The first time you start the unit up, you will get this easy setup display. So you have to simply select your language. Also, it's going to check to see what type of connections you have. So depending on how you hooked up, either via an HDMI cable or the composite cable or our component video connections, the Blu-ray player is going to determine what's the best resolution for it to actually work with. So we've hooked it up via HDMI. It's going to actually automatically go and select the right resolution. And you'll see here in a second, it found it. It's going to select 1080p because I am using a 1080p Bravia. So I'm going to select Finish here. And it's going to bring us now into our setup home video. Now it's going to ask me about setting up for my BD Live connection. So you'll definitely want to make sure that if you have plugged in your Ethernet connection, that you select Allow. If you don't have an Ethernet connection available, you'd select Do Not Allow. And now you click Finish, and it's going to be able to start now using your BDPS360 for the first time. So a couple of things that I wanted to actually point out is for those of people that are familiar with some of our PlayStation product, this is a menu system that a lot of you may be familiar with. Our Bravia started using the cross-media bar interface a couple years ago, and now you're starting to see it to transition into some of our home audio products. So our BDPS360 does have this beautiful cross-media bar interface, very easy to navigate through, and if you're familiar with other Sony products, you'll be very comfortable with flow this menu system. So you'll have your video tab. If you had a Blu-ray disc in there, it would actually show you that your disc is in there. If you plug in a music CD, you'll be able to select your music. It will play photos off a DVD, so if you get your photos developed on a DVD disc, you'll be able to view it back that way as well. And then here's where you'll have all your settings. So if you need to do a network update, if you have it plugged into the Ethernet connection, you'll have that full option there. To change any of your video settings or audio settings, you'll have full control of doing that within the menu here as well. Your BD and DVD viewing settings. So here's where you'll be able to adjust things like how you want your menus to be. Important things like parental control, what region code you're in, allowing for the BD internet connectivity. And one thing to really note is the fact that as you go through all these features, right below each feature it actually explains what it actually does if you actually go in and change this feature. So very intuitive. It's almost as if the manual is actually built right into the unit. Other things like your photo settings, your system settings, your network settings, and of course you can go through that easy setup one more time. So you have all that control available through this beautiful cross-media bar interface. So a very easy and user-friendly interface to be able to navigate your different menus. So let's put in a disc and actually turn on the BDPS360 here for the first. And again, one of the great features about the new Sony Blu Ray players is that they're very quick to load and start playing your disc for the first time. So once the Blu Ray player actually recognizes the disc, it'll automatically switch over to the video tab and automatically start playing my movie. So thank you for joining us today and witnessing the unboxing of the new Sony BDPS360 Blu Ray player. Don't forget to visit convergioneer.sony.ca to learn more about our Blu Ray products and other Sony products. Thank you.